Hello, Jenny here from Chill Lifestyle. So this is a yes and no pick a card reading. I thought I'd quickly sneak one in between now and the new year. So on TikTok, I actually did one explaining how you can actually use your numerology chart along with your month of and date of birth to try and figure out the kind of year you're going to have. And also, we look at tarot, and I also have a look at the Chinese astrology, and it's very interesting actually. But unfortunately, I couldn't put it on here. It had copyright, and so they banned it. But if you are interested, go down below. You will find other links. I think on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok they have accepted the video. So next year we're going into 2026. 2026 in numerology, it's a year 1. So it's a year of new beginnings. This year was a year 9, so it's a year of endings. And interestingly enough, and I don't want to go too deeply into this, but in the tarot card, 9 is the Hermit. And the Hermit's really about introspection. It's about learning how to be more wise in your decisions, how to think a little bit more. And in order to do that, sometimes you've got to lose things so that it gives you the time to really be alone and get real wisdom, learning, gaining information, learning who you are from a very deep spiritual side. Okay, so if it's been a tough year, that's one of the reasons why. Okay, you were pulled into a deeper, darker, alone time, so that you could gain more insight, so that next year you are ready for number 1 in tarot, which is the Magician, which is having the tools to now manifest the next 9 years. It's going to be like, where do you want to go and how do you want to do it? Okay. If you want to book a personal reading to find out more, link is also, or stuff, information is down below. So 4 piles. Now, if you're normally here and you know exactly how this works, please do not take any of the previous readings as how this one will work, because this one's slightly different. And we'll have a look at each pile as we go. Okay, so don't just assume. This is pile number 1, the opalite. Pile number 2, this is a rose quartz. Pile number 3, this is a amethyst. And pile number 4, this is a moonstone. Okay, so pause, think about your question. Your questions are very important. So think about the question, then look at the pile. Okay, don't come in here and look at the pile first, because if you're constantly choosing the same stone or the same number and that's what you do, listen to the reading, but it may not answer your question. So be very careful before you choose your reading. Think about it, pause, take your time. Right, let's get into it. So if you chose pile number 1, then this is your reading. Please do not look at these cards and presume, okay? Honestly, it's not what it seems. What I'm getting is you've gone through some hardships, some losses, some fear, some stress, feeling a little bit low, perhaps, even low-level depression, feeling left out, feeling like maybe you sabotage things. Maybe you want things in your life, but you don't give it to yourself because you don't feel like you're good enough. You don't feel like you're ready for it. You have fear, which puts you into perhaps a little bit of a spin. For others, you've just gone through a lot of stress, gain, losses, fear, massive changes in your life. Maybe you fear the change, but it does feel like your troubles are done. Okay, stability is like around the corner for you. Okay, that's why I said this is not as bad as it looks. Something is coming in for you. Now, you're being asked to make sure you don't sabotage this. Maybe you want something, but your fear stops you, so you sabotage it, so you push people away. Be very aware of this, okay? Because this change that's coming in, it is a wish fulfillment for you. So it's something you're really, really wanting. And this could be it, okay, whatever you're asking about. So don't sabotage it. There could be other people that perhaps have lied to you, people who have done you dirty. You may have found out that someone you trusted, a friend, a relative, a lover, or someone you trusted, a family member, and this person has lied to you, and now you realize that they're not as honest as what you thought. And I feel like you're leaving this situation. You're walking away. You're wanting something more deeper. You're wanting something more passionate. Whatever it is, you're leaving behind situations of lies, of manipulation, and you're leaving behind, you are no longer lying to yourself. You're now going, I know what I want and I'm going for it. And you may be asking if you should go for something, because I'm getting this passionate drive. Like, I want to do it. I've got creativity. I want to go after this person. There's something about it. This is going to be very equally balanced, okay? If it's money or stress around money, this is going to pay off. You're going to have a gift given to you, gift from the universe, gift from someone, a job, a relationship, something that's going to come in. It might help pay off your debt and have a little bit of extra money as well to invest, okay? Whatever it is, a wish is going to be fulfilled, pile number one. You may be traveling soon. Maybe for some of you, you wish to travel, something's coming up. But you're at the end. You are so close to getting this goal, to having what you want, to having this person perhaps. But don't sabotage it, okay? Just because someone in the past hurt, there was pain, there was fear, you had a massive loss, pain, hurt. Don't use that as an excuse, because this is a power couple. For some of you, maybe need to hear this. This person or you, it's just like the situation's really great. It's good. You need to be more positive, more charismatic, more powerful within yourself. And I feel like you will get a lot of generosity, loyalty, and integrity in return, okay? As a couple, this is what the couple are like. They're both positive. They're both generous. They're both amazing people. So this is a yes, okay? I know it seems like it may be a no, but it's not. It's a yes. Don't sabotage it. Don't get in your way. Don't get in your head. Go after this, okay? And release anyone who's standing in your way to get what you're wanting, okay? Positive, yes. Thank you so much and goodbye. Hi, and welcome to pile number 2. If you've chosen the pink rose quartz, then this is your reading. Please don't jump to conclusions. If you're used to coming here and you know how this works, don't jump to conclusions. I am adjusting everything because the one pile took all the red, so please don't jump to conclusions. Let me analyze the cards first. Pile number 2, you for some good changes that's coming up, new year, new you kind of thing, okay? And it feels like this year you just didn't want to see something for what it was. You didn't want to see a relationship for what it was. You didn't want to see a person for what it was. There's you at a conflict or at a distance from someone, at a stalemate, and maybe you didn't want to see what this person was or the situation was in your life, okay? It feels like there's been a lot of stress waiting for a situation to change, or waiting for stability, or waiting for security, or maybe even waiting for someone to commit to you. And you didn't want to see that this person wasn't going to do that. And so you had to move on. You had to leave behind what you knew. You had to end a relationship. And fate is now pushing you forward. Whatever this was, it's ended, or it needs to end, okay? And fate is trying to step in. They're trying to show you different directions. They're showing you you've got other options out there. Yes, this person let you down. Yes, this person, if they haven't, they probably might be letting you down soon. I hate to tell you that, okay? I know it's not the news you want to hear. Don't get trapped in your emotions, because this situation's done. It's completed. It's finished, okay? You need to move forward towards something better. You need to move forward towards happier times. You will meet new people. You will meet new situations, okay? And the bad news is that, well, you have to let go of certain people to get there, okay? And sometimes slow and steady wins the race. So a new situation that's coming in for you, it's very solid. We've got the Jack, Queen, and King of Pentacles. So a new situation that's coming in for you, it's a beautiful new beginning coming in. And it's something that's slowly, it's a slow burn. So don't get put off because you're used to fast actions. You know, people who are fast, quick talkers, situations that move very quickly, you know, jobs where you are given bonuses straight away. This is one of those slow and steady wins the race. You know, it's you got to work for it, and you will climb from the Jack to the Queen to the King, okay? This is a love situation that you're asking about. It's a slow burn. It will eventually lead to marriage. But you might have to date them for a couple of years. But this person means what they say. This person is quite solid. They're sophisticated in some way. This person's a businessman. They're powerful. They're successful, okay? And whatever they do, money does not mean success. You can be a street sweeper and still be quite successful in the sense of, you know, street sweeper that owns their own house, for example. But you know, they may not earn or own a mansion, but they own a property and they own their car and they're not in debt. You know, success is different from every single one. You don't have to be living in a multi-million-dollar home with massive cars to be successful, okay? So those people are always in debt. So this person is grounded. They are successful in whatever way that they are. They're successful in marriage. They are someone who will do that. This is a job. This is a job that leads to success in some way or form. Okay, but you might have to prove yourself and do a hard slog along the way. Okay, so the answer to your question, if it's a yes or no, I don't know what your question is. It's hard to say, but I'm going to say that if you are asking, is it time to move on? Yes. It is time to leave something behind. It is time to leave people who are obstacles in your path to this success. Okay, someone or something has been in the way and it's time for you to move along. Okay, then it's a yes. Okay, if you think that this person, the situation is going to change as it is, then it's a no. Okay, so think about your question and then you'll get your answer. If it doesn't make sense for you, this is not your pile. This is very specific. Then go back and choose a different pile. Thank you and goodbye. Hello, pile number 3 of the amethyst. Right, let's get into it. Okay, so don't have a look at the cards and decide. I need to look at them first. So let's see what's going on first. Okay. Right, so there's a new beginning coming in for you that's could be love or business. Okay, you're going to receive a message. Now, this is a message, maybe it's communication, as someone may have been avoiding it or trying to avoid, or there could have just been a bit of a pause, like someone needed time to think before they could communicate because they were indecisive. And again, this could be about a job. Someone was perhaps, maybe you went for a job interview and you haven't heard from them. This person just needs the time because they do think that you could be a part of their team, okay? In any other situation, love or other situations, then there could be legal issues or arguments, okay? And someone's just deciding. It feels like this is out of your hands is what I am getting. It does feel like this is kind of out of your hands, like someone has to make a decision. And I do see a celebration, okay, coming up, and I do see change coming up, okay? You need to kind of trust your intuition here because, again, it does feel like standing your ground, or someone else has to stand their ground against someone else, perhaps. It does feel like there's a bit of a trap confined situation. You will expect something unexpected is going to come out your way, okay? So it's like when you least expect it, something's going to pay off. But there is a loss, there is an ending to a situation, and there is somewhat negative. But in the end, I do see something happier happening. So, is it a yes or no? So let me get a card. This is this is the only pile that I needed a card. Spirit guides, is this a yes or a no? Yes or no? Oh, so we've got, okay. This is interesting. Does feel like a yes because of these cards, because the Lovers card, but what I'm getting here is the Victory card means yes, the Justice card means balance, and the Sun card means yes. I do feel like it is a yes, pile number 3. I do feel like it is a yes, but it does feel like you will have victory. It does feel like a choice is still being made though, so it may be delayed is what I am getting. It may be delayed more than anything else. But I do feel like it is a yes because the Victory card is a yes. The Justice card means things will go your way. The Queen of Pentacles is, and then of course you've got the Ultimate Yes card. So this is a yes, but there is a delay in some way or form. Maybe something has to end, or a legal situation. So if you're asking if you're going to win a legal battle, it is yes. But you might have to stand your ground to get there. If you're asking about a love situation, feels like someone has to do some stuff. So leave that person to do their things. If it's a job you're waiting for, again, this person's making a choice. The Lovers card is ultimately the card of choice. Someone's still making a decision on the job, on a lover. There may be two people or they're dealing with, maybe they're dealing with other things in their life right now. So yeah, things will just move that way. But in the meantime, yeah, it just feels like you just have to be a little bit patient. But I do feel like the answer is yes. Thank you and goodbye. So pile number 4, you took all the reds. Okay, and if you know how this works, you're probably looking at this gleaming with happiness because, well, you kind of know what the answer is. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you've subscribed. Hopefully you like, because this is positive reading. You got a new beginning. That's really good. New love, marriage, good news, just coming in, something that just makes you really, really happy. I mean, just there's so many hearts here just to begin with. And this is union coming in for you, a soulmate coming in for you, something that's just great. Even spending quality time with loved ones, celebrating, feeling really happy, getting together, having fun. I'm seeing joy here, lots of joy. And this is stability and prosperity after a time of lack of commitment or indecisions or being a third wheel in situations, choosing wrong people, not ever feeling loved, and now all of a sudden choosing something that's great. Okay, this could be a friend that turns into a lover. It's like one of those, okay? From a financial perspective, it's just, things finally going your way, finally having that stability and the prosperity that you've been needing. Your luck is about to change and it's for the better, okay? Peace, harmony, people you work well together with. Again, soul tribe. Soul tribe can be a pet for anything, It's like the thing that's good for you. It's like your hard investments are paying off, but also make sure, warning is here, make sure you know where you're investing your time, energy, and money in the future so you don't make the same mistakes. Learn the lessons from the past, okay? There may be confusion, there may have been problems, there may have been stuff that in the way, but things are moving fast now. Communication, moving towards something more independent, feeling more stable, financial success, I could almost say winning the lottery. I'm not telling you to go take the lottery, not because I say so, but it's like that's how you feel. The situation makes you feel like you've won the lottery. Again, we have this romance, a friend that turns into a lover, a secret admirer, or someone who finally, but won't commit, is now committing. This is a fantastic yes, okay, but there's always a but. Unfortunately, there is a but. There is someone around you that's going to throw something confusing into the spanner. There is a cruel, malicious person that wants you not to have this because it's so amazing, okay? This person may just, jealous friend, jealous person, a nasty, horrible person, okay, feminine or masculine, could be trying to come in to rip this apart. So just be aware of someone, okay? Be very aware of someone. This is good. This is a yes, okay? This is the right situation or right person for you. So don't allow another person to come in and manipulate it and break it down and ruin it for you, okay? Anyway, that's what I've got. Thank you and goodbye.